And welcome in everyone to RedRaiders.com. I'm Zach Long. This is Krista Pirtle recapping a Texas Tech win in basketball. We have not been able to say that in a few days. They get a big win last night over Kansas State. A little bit of a delay in that game due to unfortunate circumstances. Once they got going, though, the Red Raiders played well, and they get a big win over the Wildcats.
Absolutely, and Texas Tech is not last in the Big 12 anymore. With 2 wins, they move up to number 9 in the conference. It doesn't seem like much, but to a young team, that is a step in the right direction. And what Texas Tech did well against Kansas State, there were 3 areas. First off, coming off a 26-turnover game at West Virginia, they only turned the ball over 9 times. And then Texas Tech struggled to make shots at Oklahoma, had some droughts at West Virginia. They finished shooting 53.7% from the field. Defensively, they held Kansas State to 38.8%. What happened was when Texas Tech was able to take care of the ball and make shots, Coach Tubby Smith said after the game that allowed them to get into their defensive press and put pressure on Kansas State, which allowed them to come away with the win.
Really attacked with confidence during the times of the game I could actually watch. Zach Smith especially, some very strong moves to the basket, and their guards hit shots. All the difference in the world when Texas Tech is able to do that. Next up, Krista, a trip to Ames, Iowa, and of course the last time against Iowa State, this Texas Tech team gave us a glimmer of what they can be when all cylinders fire.
They did. Texas Tech did well last time against Iowa State, shooting 41.5%. Iowa State shot 42.9. What you saw in that game, George Niang, a Wooden Award watch candidate,
right.
He didn't start out well, and that got in his head. He only finished with 10 points. That allowed Texas Tech to go out and lead by, how much was it, by 19 halfway through the first half. So holding him down helped. And then Naz Long, who I've heard called Threesis, which I think is just fantastic, he only had 5 points, and he was 1 of 7 from the three-point line. Texas Tech needs to keep that up defensively on the road in Ames.
Now here's the concern, and you just said it. On the road in Ames, not a fun place to play, especially when you consider Iowa State has a little bit of a score to settle here.
They do, and Iowa State hadn't lost at home yet. They are 12-0, 5-0 in conference play. In all of those games, the Cyclones have had a lead at halftime. So Texas Tech really needs to get off to a good start, and that's how they were able to win in Lubbock. They need to do that again in Ames to have a chance. And I don't know if it's the exhaustion from this week or how much coffee I've had to keep up with it, but I've decided to look into this Hilton Magic, what Iowa State calls their home court advantage, and see what exactly is going on. So check for that in Saturday's paper. But the big thing for Texas Tech, if you look at when Iowa State played Kansas on Monday, what Kansas did, they had usually 3 guys on the perimeter on offense. When a shot went up, those 3 guys did not go in to rebound. They went back to keep Iowa State out of transition. Texas Tech must do that Saturday.
Get that crowd out of that game early, because when that place gets riled up, extremely difficult place to play. If they could start like they did in Lubbock, Texas Tech has a real shot to win up there in Ames. And from this point on in the season, Krista, it really is, I know it's a cliche, it is a one-game-at-a-time mentality for Texas Tech, because if they keep plucking away here and picking off wins, this is a team with a legit shot to finish above 500, and that would be an accomplishment for Tubby Smith.
It would be. With this young team, he's looking to build, he's looking to take a step in the right direction. And if you've watched the games on ESPN, all the commentators are saying, do not freak out. They are going in the right direction. It's just tough to play in this Big 12 conference. I think tough is the understatement of the year.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but Texas Tech, they're going on the road to Iowa State. They've got to take care of that. Then they come home to host Kansas.
Big boy.
They lost by 1 to the Jayhawks last year at home. Let's see if Texas Tech can do that again. Then they go on the road to Texas. It's just constant down the stretch, and Texas Tech can come up from behind and get some of these teams, I think.
Absolutely. First step, though, in Ames, Iowa on Saturday against the Cyclones. Krista will be up there in the lovely state of Iowa. Red bridges, all the other things that they're known for, pigs. Lots of things Iowa gives the wonderful.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams. Yeah, good stuff. So watch Krista on Twitter, AJ_Krista Pirtle, and of course RedRaiders.com and LubbockOnline.com for full coverage of Texas Tech men's basketball. For now, though, we bid you farewell. That is Krista Pirtle. I'm Zach Long. You're on RedRaiders.com.